G, hello. Today is the second class of the Python in which we would discuss, uh, we would create some mathematical formulas in Python, as well as how to generate the variables, what are the ethics to generate the variables, and how the people on the front end side can interact or with the formulas. Like in the previous class, the front end side person can only see what is actually the result and what is happening, but there was no such interaction of the front end side person to the back end calculation. Okay, so the first thing that we would do is again online Python compiler, and my recommendation is to choose the first option, which is by far the best one for me. Again, it depends upon different persons with a different perception. For me, Programmist is the best option for online Python compiler for the basics. Okay, so the first thing is that in the previous class we discussed that how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, the basic operations of the Python. Now we would discuss how to generate the formulas, mathematical formulas in Pythons. Like this is the formula. We would initiate with this one. This is basically the this is the area. This is basically the formula of the area of the triangle. So if you see that there are two variables to find out the area of the triangle, base and height. So again, what I do, first I would generate two variables with the base BAS. Initially, I would recommend do not use caps lock. Later on, you can use it once you get yourself over the basics of the Python. Then you can use the caps lock or use the capital letter even. Okay, so base, again I would leave. I would not generate any variables. I would generate the values at the last once I do the whole calculation, the whole equation. Okay, so base is equal to, again question, I would leave the values and then press enter to move to the second line. Then height, again height is equal to, right now I would not generate the value. Then I would create an equation, area, area, area is equal to 1 upon 2. If you see, the formula is half time base time height. So 1 upon 2, so best way to generate 1 upon 2 is 0.5. 0.5. And if you remember that I told you how to generate the multiplication sign in Python, it is the star sign. And how can you generate it? By like pressing shift and 8 together. So you can generate this star sign. And now I would call base variable and then again multiply sign and then height. So this would basically calculate the area of the triangle. Okay, so at last what I do, I would write print, then inverted commas, and first I would generate the statement that the area of the triangle is, and then I would call this variable. And if you remember, I told you in the previous class that you have to insert comma between statement and calling the variable. Irrespective the position, it could be vice versa, which means first variable and then statement. It totally you have to insert the comma irrespective the position of it. Okay, so that is how you can call it. So let me check by with some formula on the internet available and as well as there. Like if I write the value of the base, which is 2, and the height, which is 5, so what my answer would be according to this is 5. Okay, I change the value, which is 3. Okay, so now the area of the triangle is 7.5, and I apply same on the formula that is available on the internet, that is 3 and 5. Okay, if I write the base 3 and 5 height, so I'm actually getting 7.5, the same answer that I generate the variable. Okay, I generate. Oh, you don't need to note it down. You will get the formulas. You would get this code in the statement sections, in the comment sections, you would get all the formulas. So first let me save it. This is the area of the triangle formula code. Okay, so next I generate the area of the circle. Consider the area of the circle. Let's suppose this is the area of the circle. As you know that the area of the circle is pi r square. Pi is a constant value which is 3.14 if you round it up. So the only variable I need to generate is that radius. So I generate radius. Okay, radius is equal to, again I'm not going to insert the value right now, and then I would generate the equation. It is area is equal to pi which means 3.14 for r square. Okay, right now it is r. Okay, if you remember, I told you that if I have to insert the power on any given variable, so all you have to do is just to insert two static sign, and then whatever you write, this would become the power of that variable. So for this it is r square. And remember one thing, you have to insert bracket so that it can make a difference between 3.14 and radius of a square. Okay, so again at the end print and the area of the circle is, and then I would call this area. Okay, if in case if I want to write, if I want to insert the unit, so what I have to do, again I have to insert this inverted commas to write the statement, and I would write centimeter square. Consider that the unit is centimeter square. So if I write this value of 3, so this would give me the area of the square as per the radius, which is 28.26. Let me check it. 3, which is it is basically the circumference of the circle. Okay, so that is how you can basically find out the area of the circle. I don't think so there is such calculation online available. Let me go area of the circle. So I write the value which is 3. So if I insert this 3 there, so again the same value I'm getting 28.27, that my calculation basically gave it to me. So the same answers. Okay, so I hope you got it. Okay, so now there's one more thing. There is a concept of how to generate a variable. Now I'm about to tell you. The thing is that there are some ethics to generate a variable in programming. Like, just in case, you cannot initiate the name of the variable with the numbers. I give you the example, just in case if you want to write name 1, there are 2 names. You have to generate 2 variables with name 1 and name 2. So you can write it in a way that name 1, and then second name and name 2. That is how you can generate it. It is completely legal, and it is okay. But if you write in a way 1 name, so it is not allowed. You cannot generate the name of the variable that starts with the number. So it is not allowed. Second, just in case if the name of the variable contain more than 2 words. So there are 2 possibilities that you can initiate the variables. First is the camel casing. Camel casing is just in case if I have to generate a variable, the name of the variable as full name. This is the name of the variable. So there are 2 ways to write it. First is camel casing, which means you write the name, full name, in a way that the first alphabet of each word should be in the capital form, and you don't need to create any again, you cannot create any space between the name of the variables. So that is how you can generate full name in which F is capital and N is capital. That is how you can generate. We call it as the camel casing. There's one more way. The second way is that you don't need to generate any alphabet with a capital letter, but you can create underscore like this, full underscore name. That is how you can generate the name of the, these are the ethics of the how to generate the name of the variables in Python. Okay. Now the last thing is that so far uh, the people that is on the front end side, that is the left hand, that is the right hand side in my case, that is below the output section, this one. So the user that is on the front end side can only see the answers. That's it. There is no such interaction. If you see this one, so the people that is on the front end side are basically giving the values, and the calculation that is on the back end side that I cannot see in this case right now is basically calculating it, and again give me the answer at the bottom like this one, 3. So I am on the front end side, I am giving the values 3 and 5, and the thing which is on the back end side is basically calculating and giving me the answer. So that is how you can interact by generating input function. Okay, so how to interact the people on the front end side into your calculations by creating input function. Like same thing, the area of the triangle I consider the same uh, formula. Base is equal to, this time I would generate input function, but first I would write float. There's a concept of int and float. If you are not sure that the person, or if there's a possibility of giving whole number as well as decimal value, which is the 98% case, that the user can give you the value, which is a 98% case. So then you have to generate float, which means 98% times you have to generate float, and only for 2% possibility that you have to generate int. Like if you have to ask user's age, so which means you are sure that the user would give me a whole number value, which is rare, only 2% time. Okay, so float and then input and then again bracket, and I would write the statement so that the user come to know that what you are asking. Enter the base. Again I would generate height is equal to, I would copy the whole stuff from above and change base with the height, and then area and is equal to 0.5 and then times and then base and then times and then height. Okay, and then print function inside. First I would write the statement, the area of the triangle is and then area and then again and then centimeter square. Okay, so enter the base. Now as you can see that the calculation is basically asking the person that is on the front end side, that is on the right hand side in my case, asking for the values. So just in case if I write the value 4 and then I would press enter, so there is a problem, and the problem is that I did not mention f. Okay, so again base, which is 3, again I would press enter. Now this time it is asking me for the height 5, and then it is giving me the answer. The area of the triangle is 7.5, which means calculation is done at the back end, and the person is that is on the front end is basically giving the value, and then again calculation is done at the back end, and then the answer is basically mentioning on the front end side. So that is how you can basically take the interaction of the person that is on the front end side. So that is all for today's class, in which you learn that how to what is the ethics to generate a variable, camel casing and underscore concept, and what are the things that is forbidden while you are creating a variable. Like you cannot initiate with a number. If you are creating the name of the variable, and after this how to do the how to create a mathematical equations, and how you can interact the person that is on the pattern side into your calculation. So that's all. Thank you.